A trio are each facing a felony drug charge in East Grand Forks. According to court documents, last Wednesday, an officer saw a Cadillac pull up to an East Grand Forks residence known for drug activity. The vehicle was stopped near the Riverside Christian School after it pulled away with no taillights. The driver, John Vondel Jr., told police he was already on court-ordered conditions of release for another crime, so the car was searched and officers allegedly found meth. John Vondel Jr. and passengers Jimmy Vondel and Jessica Molesbarger are each facing a felony charge of possession of meth within a prohibited zone near the school. Plus, John Vondel Jr. is also facing a gross misdemeanor charge of driving while impaired. A Plummer, Minnesota couple is facing criminal charges after Red Lake County deputies responded to a report of yelling and screaming coming from a home at 342 Central Avenue West Sunday evening. According to court documents, a deputy looked in the window and saw what looked like a man dragging a female down a hallway. Deputies pounded on the door and Joseph Werman finally answered. Then Suzanne O'Neill told deputies that Werman had struck her several times with a closed fist. A search of Werman and the residence resulted in criminal charges against both of them. Joseph Werman has been charged with felony possession of heroin in a school zone, gross misdemeanor possession of meth, misdemeanor domestic assault, and petty misdemeanor possession of drug paraphernalia. Susan O'Neill has been charged with gross misdemeanor possession of meth and petty misdemeanor possession of drug paraphernalia. 38-year-old Nicholas Hasby of Park River is charged with assaulting a disabled man. According to court documents, on Saturday, an officer was dispatched to a Park River residence for a report of an assault. The male victim told authorities that he was trying to help his mother off the floor when Hasby jumped on his back and wound up trying to choke him with a curtain rod. The victim stated he was unable to breathe and feared for his life. The victim also stated he has limited use of his legs and that during the assault, Hasby called him an effing cripple. Hasby is facing a felony charge of aggravated assault, domestic violence. 42-year-old Andre Marino of Texas has been charged with assaulting a woman at a rural Walsh County, North Dakota home on Saturday. According to court documents, the female victim says she got into an argument with Marino because he said her son was making noise. She also stated that he threatened to kill her if she called police and kicked her in the stomach, punched her right shoulder, and slapped her face. Marino has been charged with felony terrorizing and misdemeanor simple assault. 19-year-old Bailey Jorgensen of Grand Forks remains on the run, but now he has another felony charge to contend with. He's been charged with failure to appear after release bail jumping. This booking photo is from August. He was supposed to appear at a preliminary hearing September 28th, but didn't show up. He was facing an aggravated assault charge from March of this year. A homeless woman in Grand Forks is facing a felony charge after police were dispatched to a Grand Forks residence Monday night for a disturbance call. The female victim was apparently standing in her front yard and in some type of argument with Carrie Gaylord. The victim stated to police that she told Gaylord that she was calling the police, and that's when Gaylord allegedly grabbed her phone and threw it. The phone was recovered and still had 911 on the front screen. Carrie Gaylord, address homeless, has been charged with felony interference with a telephone during an emergency call. The 28-year-old Stefan Swatlowski of Crookston is facing drug charges in Grand Forks. According to court documents, on Monday at 6:59 a.m., Grand Forks police were dispatched to the 600 block of North 53rd Street for a report of a man sleeping behind the wheel. Officers pounded on the window and he finally woke up. Then the officer allegedly found drugs in the car. Swatlowski has been charged with felonies of unlawful possession of meth and unlawful possession of drug paraphernalia. 55-year-old Dean Halderson of Conway is facing criminal charges for allegedly assaulting a woman. According to court documents on Sunday, the female victim says they were arguing about a vehicle, and Halderson allegedly grabbed her by the shirt and struck her in the chest with his knee. Plus, after she told him that she was calling the sheriff, he pulled the phone cord out of the wall. Halderson stated to a deputy that the victim charged at him. While waving the phone in her hand, he lifted his knee and she made contact with it. Halderson has been charged with felonies of aggravated assault, domestic violence, and interfering with an emergency call. 48-year-old Brian Peterson of Emerito is facing a felony charge after waking up on the wrong couch. On Monday at 11:16 a.m., the Emerito police chief got a call from a resident that someone was asleep on his couch and he didn't know who it was. The chief woke him up and quickly recognized him as Brian Peterson, who had walked in a trailer on the wrong side of the trailer park. The police chief reported a strong odor of alcoholic beverage coming from him. Peterson has been charged with felony criminal trespass. The Morton County Sheriff's Department in Mandan is asking for the public's assistance in locating 2 suspects who may be on their way into Minnesota via Interstate 94 or Interstate 90. They're wanted in connection with numerous burglary cases in several states, including a theft at the New Salem, North Dakota Cenex on September 16th. It's believed they may be driving a gray Chevy Tahoe with an unknown state license plate, number TPN 759. Several warrants for their arrests have been issued in Iowa, Minnesota, Wisconsin, and South Dakota. If you have any information about their whereabouts, you're asked to call 911. A 22-year-old man from Viking, Minnesota, is facing drug charges in Red Lake County. According to court records, on Monday at 2:20 a.m., a deputy pulled over a car near Red Lake Falls for crossing the center line. The officer spoke with the female driver and smelled marijuana. Jeremy Tostrup was riding in the back seat. According to court documents, a search found a meth pipe that field tested positive for meth, along with 2 baggies of meth. Tostrup has been charged with felony possession of meth, along with petty misdemeanors of possession of marijuana and drug paraphernalia. He already has another pending possession of meth charge in Pennington County. 29-year-old Matthew Paul Loken of Crookston is still on the run as of 8:30 a.m. this Saturday after allegedly hitting a woman in the head with a brick Monday evening in Crookston.
Paging Crookston area ambulance for an adult female that was assaulted by a brick. Someone threw a brick at her head. She's conscious, but if you could respond, I'll send officers. 1811.
While Loken remains on the run, 4 felony charges have now been filed against him in connection with that incident. According to court documents, a Crookston police officer found the female victim lying on the ground in the backyard with blood on her sweatshirt. A witness told police the female victim had been arguing with Loken when he jumped over a wooden fence and threw a brick, striking the female in the side of the head. The victim later stated to police that she was struck in the head by the brick so hard she fell in place, one of her shoes was knocked off, and she thought she was going to die. Matthew Loken has a long criminal history, including other crimes against the same victim. Loken is now facing 4 felony charges in connection with this incident, including assault, domestic assault, and pattern of stalking conduct. I'm Neil Carlson reporting for iNews.TV.